Tonight, David and Victoria Beckham invite you to the biggest party of the year. Meet their A-list celebrity guests.
It'll be enjoyable.
Don't know anything about football.
Check out the designer dresses.
It's Alice Tempe,
Alexander McQueen, Sharon Cunningham,
Morgan Le Fay.
Find out what Gordon Ramsay dished up for dinner.
I love that thing, the ice cream and the 2 Ritz crackers, great.
And discover the amazing amount of money raised for charity.
Congratulations, Wayne Rooney!
Yeah!
You're hanging with
Wayne!
me!
It's full length and it's fabulous.
She's fabulous and I'm full length.
It's May the 21st, 2006. In just 4 hours' time, 500 of the UK's most rich and famous people will be arriving here at David and Victoria Beckham's house in Hertfordshire for the party of the year. The dress code is full length and fabulous. The press speculation has been huge. Everyone wants to know who's coming and what it'll be like. But it's not the only party the Beckhams are hosting today. In another part of the grounds, 50 children have come to meet a couple who've had a huge impact on their lives.
Okay, everyone, I think it's time to start the party.
Tonight's party is to raise money for the Prince's Trust, UNICEF, and the Beckhams' own children's charity.
Our charity has been running for a few years now and it's something very close to our hearts. My mum runs our charity. We have no overheads. We help young children and teenagers. It's just something we feel very passionate about. We've never let anybody know about our charity before because it's been a really personal thing, but when the idea of the party came up, we just figured, you know, we raise a lot of money for other charities. This time we want to really raise the profile and raise a lot of money for ours, and for us it's really important. It means so much.
Hi! I'm Victoria. Hi, nice to meet you. And your mum, yes?
I like your shirt. I've got one of them.
It's a really cool shirt.
Turn around, let me see the name.
What does it say on the back? It's the same as yours.
I've got one of those, exactly the same. Exactly the same. You've been copying me.
No.
You sure? Yeah. I think you have. And their hair's the same. Have you seen the clowns? They're a bit scary, or do you like
They are a bit scary. They've got more makeup on than me. And can't say that about many people. You had lots of food.
One of the main aims of the Beckhams Children's Charity is to provide equipment to aid mobility.
We provide trikes for children, just different things that families need. Lots of wheelchairs, just different things that lots of families need because they have children with disabilities, things that will make their lives easier.
One little girl who's already benefited from their charity is 6-year-old Tilly, who has spinal muscular atrophy, a form of motor neurone disease.
We were driving Candice to the ballet school and Tilly was about 2 years old.
And I kept saying to my mum, when can I start ballet? And she said, when you're 2.5.
I just didn't know what to say because Tilly's unable to walk, let alone to dance. And I drove all the way with tears burning in my eyes thinking, oh, that's all she wants to do, so I must find a way.
And they did, by customising a specially designed walking frame, but it needed to be paid for, and that's where the Beckhams came in.
They were just over the moon to find that they were in a position to help support Tilly and fund the all singing, all dancing frame that she's now just taken delivery of.
I sit in a pink little swing, and then they have a pink strap around there to keep you up. And a little pink headrest.
Today's a big day for Tilly because she's about to meet the people who enabled her to dance.
Wow, look at that dress! How pretty do you look? You look just like a princess. You look so pretty. Are you having fun? Yeah? Look at your hair, look.
Is that your real hair or is that extensions?
It's my
Real hair?
Mine's extensions. I'm not as natural.
Kids were so cute and they really made an effort. I mean, the 2 little girls in like the little ballerina dresses, little tutus
St. George's cross.
And the cross, and it was unbelievable. I mean, these These families have come a long way.
I'll give you a kiss. I'll give you a kiss. There you go. Are you ready for this? Are you ready? Mwah. Give one on the other cheek. There you go.
I bet you don't want one off me.
You can get quite... For us, it was a great opportunity to meet the children, you know, because we're in Spain, so this was the one time where we were here in England together, and it was so much fun, and that's what it's about.
Whilst Victoria's mum organised the children's party single-handedly, when you're entertaining 500 of the rich and famous, that's not such a good idea. Victoria and David have employed a few party planners since they've been married and know exactly what they want. They started planning this party 6 months ago, and we followed their preparations all the way. It's February in Madrid, and Victoria's favourite party planner, Peregrine Armstrong-Jones, has come for a meeting to make sure that the party lives up to its name, full-length and fabulous.
I first worked with Victoria and David back in 1999 when they had their wedding in Ireland. So we're very used to working together. She's great fun to work with. Really has a fantastic sense of humour. Hello, Victoria.
Hi, how are you?
Great
Good
to see you
again. What's a lovely spot you got on your nose there, Peregrine?
Thank you very much. You're too kind, Victoria.
What have you got with you? All tablecloths and...
Would you like to go
Yeah.
and sit down? I can show you.
Okay.
I generally take on projects like this probably about once every 6 or 7 weeks. But ultimately, we make sure that each one receives the same amount of care, because the detail that goes into them and the way that we put them together ultimately reflects on how much guests enjoy themselves at the end. That is
That's
something
for
for David.
David.
Okay.
So the great thing is when anybody comes out from London, because we don't go home very often, they come laden with things from my mum or from the office in London to
Yeah,
bring
we've
to
always
us.
got something. If you're okay for time, I was just sort of
Yeah.
going to go through a few things
Okay.
with you. Maybe start with the invitation.
Oh, that looks fantastic.
Yeah?
That looks really nice.
She's fabulous and I'm full length. Work that one out.
Yeah. We want people to dress up, be glamorous, enjoy themselves. You know, it's not every day that you get the opportunity to go to something where you can dress in this way. So that's just my sense of humour, full length and fabulous. And you are...
It's a great name.
It's a great name.
It's a great name.
We've obviously gone with the colours that you blended with Kelly,
Yeah,
and we've got the shape that I think
Yeah.
you like with the border.
yeah. Oh, it looks great.
Well, the event organiser's job really on a project like this is to make sure that you actually get inside Victoria's head, because she has a picture of what this party is going to look like. The dance floor is this rectangular area here.
Do you reckon we could have maybe some sort of ivy on the balustrades to make them
Why not?
less exhibition centre-ish?
Why not? All right, we can do that to give it a bit more of a woody feel. That is a sample of your dance floor.
Mirror. God.
Which is a thought.
It's nice, but it's a crap picture in it, look.
Thanks for that, Victoria.
I meant that at me, sorry. Okay.
And that's what it looks like. So it obviously has a slight
mirrored
ripple
dance
effect
floor.
to it. Yeah. What do you think?
That's quite fabulous, isn't it?
Like
but
it?
aren't you going to look up everybody's skirts?
No, because we do clever things with
That's
it.
not great, is it? Make sure you put knickers on. Yeah, that could have to make sure we don't have any floozies on your dance floor. That could look quite fabulous, though.
Well, we tried the painted silver one, and it just looked
Quite
a bit...
loving that.
Yeah?
I'm quite loving that. Yeah.
We've-
You can see everything from here.
We've tested it.
You can just imagine him at the office. Come on, ladies, on the dance floor.
Our job is to make sure that it's built to time, that the space is the right size, that every single element, like the catering, the flowers, the WCs, the valet parking, the temperature, the views from the tent, every possible detail you can imagine links in to really form a seamless event. That is a sort of overview. The house was a bit obscured.
Yeah.
And you and David were, I think, happier to have a little bit more intimacy in the party.
We've done parties out the back, so this is something different, and
Yeah.
people feel more like they're coming to a party at our house
Well,
because
exactly.
we're so much nearer to the house.
Exactly. And then the plan is for them to start at the drive,
Yeah.
drive all the way through, and then end up at the house outside the front door.
Yeah,
Which
lovely.
really feels like they are
Yeah.
your guests.
Yeah.
I think Victoria has to take a lot of the credit because I think, you know, she's had a lot to do with everything that's been done in our garden and in the marquee.
Like the gardening.
Yeah, you had your you had your rake out. But she does have, before she, you know, throws another one of these little things in, she always does when we're doing live interviews like the Golden Balls thing and other things that she throws in. But I think Victoria has to take a lot of the credit for, you know, the things that have gone on in that.
Are you going to do like a setting? Because as much as I would normally say let's go for it all white and let's go for it all clear, I am concerned about this whole wedding look.
Sure. Do you mean having too much white?
Yeah. But I like the idea of just throwing in something a little bit more random like that. I love all these coloured ones. You just need like a heavier kind of tumbler as opposed to that, don't you?
Yeah.
That looks like what you get out of a petrol station.
I know what you mean. It's a little bit cheap and cheerful, isn't it?
Compared to the others, I mean, even that's lovely.
I think what everybody feels is that they'd love the chance to maybe have some kind of a chat with you.
Yeah, I can speak to anybody over the phone. I mean, I'm not at home, that's the only thing.
All right.
I've just done it while sunbathing. I mean, I've sat there on a lounger and, you know, rung up the caterers and...
It says she never sunbathes as well.
I'm kind of blending in with the sofa nicely, aren't I, at the moment?
So we sort of played around with the full-length and fabulous menus. Have you felt that texture? Quite sexy, isn't it?
What, sexy?
Yeah.
It's not getting me going, but I know what you mean.
The menu for the party has been designed by the Beckams' close friend, Mr. Gordon Ramsay.
We wanted Gordon because one, he's a friend of ours, and two, for me, he's the best chef. And to have him involved in our party, doing the food for everybody, is amazing.
Did Gordon design this?
I don't think Gordon's into designing
Gordon
jackets.
should stick to bloody food if he did.
She might be confident in his menu, but Victoria's not entirely happy with what the waiters will be wearing.
I'm not sure. I like black with, you know, those long pinnies that they wear that go down to the floor.
Yeah, floor-length aprons.
I think that's better. That reminds me of like buttons from a pantomime or something.
Okay.
We're quite young to be holding a party of this scale, you know. This is only the second time we've done this, and we're still quite young. We're still learning. You know, we often go to Elton and David's big event, but they've been doing this for years and it's always fabulous and it's always going to be great, but this is a new thing for us. So it's exciting, but the support from sponsors to friends to family has been absolutely incredible. I think it's all those little details and that's what you're so brilliant at, and I think it's...
Well, I hope I get it right this time for you, but we've got everybody working on it.
Yeah, don't feel the pressure, but so do we.
Coming up, life in London, Beckham style.
Ready up, ready up.
Victoria gets a dress fitting.
I don't think we want too much glitter on the boob area.
And her hands on £1 million worth of diamonds.
Just think, if we didn't have such a crowd outside, we could shut this up
and run.
And even with the best planning in the world, things go wrong.
I've just embarrassed myself ridiculously.
That's all right.
Again.
Today, Victoria's flown back to London to decide on the flowers to go with her full-length and fabulous theme. Floral designer Rob Van Helden has made up 2 different ideas for her to choose from.
Victoria has asked to see 2 samples. First of all, we were talking about going from a lemon tree orchard into an orange tree orchard. Since then, it has changed into like a woodland feel. It must be a huge pressure for Victoria. She has invited a major guest list, and you want everything, you know, from the flowers down to the organisation, down to the catering. You want people to walk away and say, wow.
Come round to the
Oh,
right.
my goodness.
Here he is, waiting for you.
Hi!
Hi, Victoria.
How are you?
Well, very well, you. Nice to see you.
Thank you. This looks fantastic. Oh, it looks gorgeous. These are lovely, aren't they? I've always liked butterflies. I think they're really, really pretty, and I think that when I had the concept for how I wanted the room to look, it just seemed like a natural thing, something that would be really, really pretty. And people will be picking them off and trying to put them in their purses to steal them. I love these little
Hanging
candle
light lights, yeah.
things. They look great, don't they? I want people to come and talk about it afterwards, you know, all the little details, the little lights in the trees, you know, all the different flowers, you know, the way that the room smelt when I came in. This is what I want people to appreciate as well. It's exactly what we said, isn't it?
Well done, Rob.
Good.
Well done.
Yeah, well.
Very good.
Well
Now's
done.
the
It's
choice.
Great. I like the white, but that's because I like white. But do you think it's a bit wedding-y?
there is the danger.
But what would it look like if we had this tree and these flowers on the white?
All this will look very harsh. The white will
On
look
the
very
white.
harsh, yeah.
I don't know which I prefer.
You said like a white cloth underneath this.
Yeah. Makes it quite old-fashioned looking, doesn't it? Well, I think we're saying the white flowers, aren't we? But with on that cloth. We just want it to be wow, you know, as much as we can make it, and to be us. And this is very me and David. We like things cool. I like lots of moss. I like lots of twigs. You know.
Okay.
Not that moss and twigs are particularly cool, but you know, that sounded really crap.
It will be
But
from
to
now
me,
on.
everybody's going to be buying moss. I'm so glad there's no carnations. I hate carnations. You
Well,
don't
I
know, you
hope
don't
so.
do carnations, do you?
Rob's never done carnation.
Never done a carnation in your life.
You mentioned a green carpet.
Yeah.
Now, that's the green that we looked at, but the problem is when it gets dark, it goes a little bit black.
Right.
So that was another thought.
That's nice.
I love that.
Yeah, I like that.
think that's
Yeah?
the best, Victoria.
Yeah. I remember at the wedding, I was saying, I can't believe we've got to spend this much money on bloody carpet we're going to throw away tomorrow. Get cheaper carpet, Peregrine.
And we found it, I think, didn't we?
We did. People are being so generous and donating so much money for the charity that I wanted people to come into the room where they're going to sit and eat and just say, wow, you know, which I totally think you would. I mean, this is more than I ever expected. David's going to love this when he sees it. It's perfect.
Good.
It really is
Good.
lovely.
Thank you.
Whilst Victoria perfects the flower designs, David's been working on the menu with Gordon Ramsay.
About 2 months ago, he was like, well, come to London, you know, we'll do the tasting. And so I went to his restaurant, Maze, and, you know, the food is incredible, absolutely incredible.
Gordon designed the menu but won't be creating it on the night because he's a guest. That job falls to Lindy Redding and her team at Absolute Taste.
So we're going to do the canapes in 5.
Yep.
And then we'll do the starter.
Today, Gordon sent along 3 senior members of his team to see not only if his menu works, but also to check that they're happy with the way Lindy has prepared the food. They include the head chef at the Claridge's and Gordon's own executive chef, Mark Askew.
Normally we have a couple of VIP tables, but here I think we'll probably have 54 tables and 53 VIP tables. Thank you.
I think on this one, the fig is very powerful.
The canapes need to be like nice and simple and clean and fresh and tasty, but not too big and not too difficult to eat.
It's always like some kind of cookie.
Didn't think that was supposed
Don't feel like that.
Excuse me?
We know that the dishes we can taste and we can create will be fantastic, but we know on the night when you're doing it for 10 times the amount of covers that we normally do. It's a different scenario. This is much better. The flavour's right, the colour's right. Is that the right size chicken this time? Oh, that was quite small. Yeah, that was bigger.
Mine's massive.
Mine's quite small as well.
Mine's pretty big. Sorry.
That's good, isn't it?
David's particular favourite was the pudding.
I think it was the ice cream. It's like a Snickers ice cream, which is good. But then, like every dish is amazing. Every dish.
A lot of people like the chocolate, obviously, but we wanted to go something a bit fresher again, a bit more spring, summer. And we thought this with the cherries went really well. That's what happens, it absorbs the cold.
But according to David, the ice cream is nothing compared to what will follow.
Oh, the Turkish delight is ridiculously
It's like Narnia all over again, isn't it?
It's like so good. What?
That's what they eat in Narnia, Lion, Witch and Wardrobe.
Really?
Mm.
So, flowers chosen, menu sorted. Now the most important thing, the dress. It's designed by Roberto Cavalli, who sent his assistant, Sebastiano, to Madrid for a fitting.
It's nice when it's longer at the back. It's a lovely colour, isn't it? I work really closely with Sebastiano and he knows what shape I like, what colours I like. And we've worked together for so long now, he knows exactly my size. What colour diamantes are we going to have, Sebastiano?
Domani controllo la borsa.
That's nicer, isn't it? He's an absolute genius. He's fantastic. See, he pretends he doesn't understand English, but he just understood that. I could tell we had a little bit of a... We always need a bit of padding in the boob area. Even though we don't want it too open, it's nicer when that cup bit isn't too big on either side. I think from a distance, kind of squint your eyes, and I'm not bad as a whole. There's no great part, necessarily. I've got quite nice ankles, actually. I've got tiny ankles and tiny hands. It's much nicer, Sebastiano, when that cuts across there and when that does that. It's much nicer, don't you think, to have smaller little boob bits. One-off outfits like this, I'll wear it once and then no, I wouldn't wear it again. I've got a room at home where I keep all my clothes that I've worn, and it's great. And one day, I'm hoping to have a daughter that I can pass them all down to. It's amazing, so I've got all the Spice Girls clothes as well in there. So it's amazing how not just my style, but how my shape has changed. Yeah. This was the original sketch of the dress. For someone who loves fashion, is interested in design, for me to have these is, because I'm a bit of a collector. I love the dress that I wore for Elton's white tie and tiara ball, the Ming vase dress. David actually picked this one. This one was actually in the fashion show, and he saw it, and that was actually where I started sort of getting to know Roberto more. We're going to go for the glitter here and going up here. I don't think we want too much glitter on the boob area. I think it's a great colour. I think it's really summery. I think it's sexy, but it's also very comfortable. You know, I don't go out that much, but when I do, I like to make an effort, and David's exactly the same. But with me, it's more of an effort. You know, he wakes up in the morning looking fantastic. I think it's gorgeous.
It's absolutely beautiful.
You know, and I can also help with the parking, because the parking attenders are going to be wearing these kind of luminous jackets. I have met celebrities that put on an outfit and turn on the whole sex appeal. That's not me. You know, girls like me, I'm a girl's girl. I'm not one of these women that I think men drool over. That's not my thing. I feel nice and, you know, I like to think I look nice, but I want the women to say, that's a nice dress and she looks good in that. How many people have the opportunity to have Roberto Cavalli actually make a dress for them? I mean, it's exciting, and that's something that I'll never take in my stride or become flippant about. That's a big deal. Even though I look miserable as sin in most of the paparazzi pictures, inside I'm really excited.
Back in London, Peregrine and his two assistants, Catherine and Charlotte, are hard at work to make sure that the night goes like clockwork.
Just thought we'd have a little chat, see how you're feeling about the schedule at the moment.
Basically, I've spoken to James Brown and agreed his sound check at midday on Sunday. Gates are going to be on standby and opening at 7 o'clock, with everyone in position within the tent.
How's the actual guest list going? What numbers are we up to?
We are looking at about, I think we're on 482.
Ah.
I need to chase up a few tables. Yeah. If I don't hear anything back by Monday, I'm going to have to offer the table to someone else, because there are people banging my door down.
Now, these are the VIP areas. I want those to be out of bounds to all staff.
I think Puff Daddy will probably bring his own security and entourage.
Because of the press interest, they can be kind of going into the woods and things, so it's always good to check and make sure they're not camping there or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
We've had a couple of press calls here, pretending to be various people, which is always quite fun to spot. I always say thank you so much for calling, so it's always quite exciting. You do want the interest in your event. Exactly.
We'll need to sit down and talk about the auction, because Rod Stewart wants to do a remote bid. It doesn't matter how organised you are, there are forces of evil working against you. Just, you can do what you want and plan as much as you can, but the last minute someone will throw something at you that completely throws you, and it's just like...
There's no time to rest when you're planning the party of the year. Today, Victoria's come to Asprey the jeweller in London, where she's helped to design a necklace and bracelet, which will be sold at the charity auction on the night.
Hi. This is Victoria.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Wow. I love the design. I love the fact it's really delicate and pretty. I love that. It's lovely to come and look at all these fantastic diamonds, but actually to meet the people and actually see them, you know, making the jewellery is fascinating.
For something like an auction, where obviously we want people to spend lots of money for the charities, we want something that's very wearable, so more people feel comfortable putting their hands up. It's an 18-carat white gold, obviously. There are 27 carats, 261 marquees, which are the little ovally ones, and 66 brilliants.
That really is beautiful. There's lots of people coming that sort of, you know, enjoy that whole put your hand up and stand up. I get a little bit embarrassed.
I can never go above 500 quid, so I never get anything.
So you won't be getting this, Bruce. But this is actually one of the first pieces of jewellery that I've actually designed, so that's why I think this piece is extra special to me. This could be something that had been passed down from the family, and that's what I think so nice about jewellery. Wow. Well done.
Oh, can we clean your... We wanted to clean your ring whilst we were waiting. Take the diamonds out, you know, pop in rubbish.
Yes, yes. I know the sort of thing.
Victoria's only been in the shop for 30 minutes, but that's all the time it takes for the press and a considerable crowd to realise that there's a VIP in town.
I must think that Madonna sneaked in the back
We've
or
got
something.
Madonna in too. That's really big.
Gorgeous. The dress is like a really bright canary yellow. I like the fact it's really delicate around the neck. I really like that. What are you going to wear, Bruce? Are you going to go for just a collar?
Well, I'm
or
wearing
are
whatever
you
you're not. I shall probably be in that one.
Yeah, I can see you in
With
that.
my kilt on.
I can see you in that. I think it's going to really bring out the colour in your
bring out the
eyes.
colour.
Yeah. I'm a real girly girl with clothes, with everything. I love to see these big diamonds and, you know, celebrities, 9 times out of 10, borrow these pieces when they go to events. You know, the newspapers will often say, I mean, I think I wore a necklace for Elton John's wedding that was worth £6 million. You know, I don't own that. That's the great thing about being a celebrity, that you're in the position to be able to borrow these fantastic pieces that are very, very expensive one-off pieces that, you know, you can have fun with. Look.
Something like that, with its ring, I think is about 1.5 million, something like that. Yeah.
Just think, if we didn't have such a crowd outside, we could shut this up
Shut it and run.
Run.
Welcome to Victoria Beckham's world when she's in London. Coming up, stress starts to show.
All managers switch channels so you can talk to your people, okay? All managers switch channels.
Victoria kicks off.
I don't like it on the sides. I'd rather have nothing around here and just candles.
Okay.
I'm sorry to be a pain, but I just think it would look so much cleaner and so much nicer.
Gordon kicks off.
James Brown's just asked for turkey sandwiches. So I said,
And Robbie Williams reveals his suntan secrets.
I had a spray tan last week. I did Jonathan Ross, right? And then it started developing as the evening went on. I looked radioactive by the time I went.
I'm only happy when it rains.
This party has been 6 months in the planning. 500 VIP guests are due here in just 8 hours' time, and it's cost a small fortune. But there's one thing money can't buy: good weather.
I'm only happy when it rains.
We are concerned about the rain. Ideally, we don't want it. If we do have it, we've got to deal with it. It's going to make it particularly interesting. All the nice dresses, nice suits. It's going to make it very interesting, especially for Victoria getting from the house to the marquee as well. So fingers crossed it's not like this.
He might be out of the rain, but inside the marquee, florist Rob Van Helden has his own problems. The 20-year-old lemon trees he's ordered from Spain have arrived on time, but they aren't quite what he expected.
Well, we're going to fake it a bit. I mean, these trees have come from abroad, but they haven't got the lemons on. So you're going to have fresh lemons here and some artificial lemons up there. Don't tell anyone.
Rob and his team have got less than 8 hours to bring Victoria's spectacular vision to life. With 5 kilos of moss, 450 sunflowers and 400 lemons to tie onto the lemon trees, he's going to have his work cut out in the reception room. And he hasn't even started on the dining room yet. One group of people whose spirits haven't been dampened by the weather are the catering staff.
Wish we were invited. Not working.
116 waiters and waitresses, all with silver service experience, have been bussed in from London. But they didn't actually find out who they'd be working for until they arrived at David and Victoria's gates.
Absolutely massive.
Huge.
It's amazing.
Looks like a doll's house.
Yeah. The candles are lovely.
Oh, wow.
I had a feeling that it might be something like this, but I thought, oh no, that can't be real. And then we found out on the bus, and it was just amazing to be doing something like this. Yeah.
In the pouring rain.
Yeah.
I have to say I'm actually quite nervous. This is probably the most prestigious event I've ever done, and I don't know, it's sort of about, God, who am I going to drop a fork on? Who am I going to spill a glass of champagne over? It's not going to happen, but it's something you're nervous about, definitely. We would love to be there in our best dresses. That'd be gorgeous, but
there you go. We get to serve people, so, I mean, it's just as good.
Last to arrive on the big day are the chefs. There are 41 of them, and they'll have to be at the top of their game to deliver Gordon Ramsay's menu to the standards that he always demands.
You've got your spare backup hot cupboards and turbos down there.
Lindy Redding is the head of the catering firm, and responsibility for getting the food right on the night rests with her.
Excited? No, not really. Nervous? Quite nervous. This one's a little bit different because obviously it's big and it's got some very important people. We're doing 4 courses, so it's quite a big menu. And there is an awful lot of produce. So we had 300 chickens, so we've got 600 portions. 30 cases of tomatoes for the consommé, 90 kilos of tuna, 1,200 courgettes. When I first got involved in the party, we realised the level of people that were coming here and the vast sort of different people that were coming. There will be some different dietary requirements for vegetarian option, vegan, dairy-free. We did a no-carb one, but no one's actually said they don't want any carbs.
It might just be 4 courses, but with all the variations and 5,000 canapés to prepare, it's a menu for only the most experienced of chefs.
I couldn't have had your lasagna, could we, for dinner?
Well, we couldn't. It's good though. Don't knock it.
Anything with mincemeat, she's great.
I'm good with mincemeat. And spaghetti bolognese.
Yeah, mincemeat.
Cannelloni.
Mincemeat.
Yeah, but I'm good. My point is, we've had a lot of really great people help us out.
In total, almost 300 people are working flat out to make this party a success. There's still a huge amount to do, though. 4,500 pieces of sterling silver cutlery need to be laid out, nearly 2,000 crystal glasses, and there are 500 names to spell right. Meanwhile, Rob Van Helden has 50 table displays to create with birch trees, white roses and butterflies made from feathers and Chinese silk.
Each tree is going to be decorated with white butterflies and some hanging night lights. About 500 butterflies in total. Victoria absolutely loves butterflies. Great passion for butterflies, so it'll be a proper little woodland.
If he finishes them on time, Rob's table displays will be a huge talking point. And so will the uber-cool mirrored dance floor, which was only 6 inches square when Victoria last saw it.
The dance floor, obviously, is always a focal point of an event. And with a mirror finish, it creates a real talking point. People are wondering how they're going to dance on here, whether it's going to sit up their skirt, that sort of thing. It's quite an amazing effect. And also, when you project the lighting onto here, then it just projects all over the ceiling as well. And it will look like a swimming pool. This is all going to stay protected right up until the last minute. Sort of 7:30, 7:45, this will be the last thing to be done.
Time is ticking by, and to add to the tension, the host comes to check on progress.
I came in here last night and I was like, oh God, there's so much to do, but then it was like that the last time we done it, but it's amazing.
You've actually got 13 on this table at the moment.
Is Ronaldo on that table now?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Good?
Yeah.
Lucky number?
Yeah.
I would shake your hand, but it's... am I allowed to with... Yeah? You alright? Thank you for today.
I had to take a double look first of all. I sort of caught his eye and didn't realise I had to sort of take a second glance, but yeah, it was quite cool meeting.
See you later.
As soon as he came in the room, everyone was quite excited.
Said hello. Seemed friendly.
Having set a few hearts fluttering in the kitchen, David continues his tour with the unflappable Peregrine, who seems to have everything under control.
Yeah, everyone takes their seats. Ray Winston's going to walk up and say, welcome, have a great evening.
He still makes mistakes, Peregrine.
Peregrine, what's he done?
Took me around the marquee this morning.
Mm.
So we're walking round and James Brown's people was doing the rehearsal. So I went backstage and James Brown's son's there. So I get introduced to him and then James Brown's next to him. And Peregrine goes up and says, David Beckham, this is James Brown. And I was like, really nice to meet you, I'm really honoured. And I was like, really doesn't look like him. I've never met him in the flesh, but really doesn't look like him. So I'm thinking, I'm sure that's not him. It can't be him. So then I rung Peregrine up after. I said, are you sure that's James Brown? And he said, I'm really sorry, it's a lookalike.
Well, he's part of the team, but
yeah,
he does look like him.
But I've just embarrassed myself ridiculously.
That's all right.
again.
Back in the marquee, Catherine Fuller's trying to keep a track of who's coming and making sure that they'll actually get in when they arrive.
Because what's happened is that a lot of passes have gone missing in the post. However, most of them are footballers. Jamie Carragher, Peter Crouch, Jermaine Defoe. If you see a footballer, just be on the ball. No pun intended. Sorry.
The list of partygoers is changing by the second. Last night there were 476 confirmations. This morning there were 482. At lunchtime, it stood at 491.
Hello, Catherine speaking.
Now there are 500.
Did you not get her guest pass? You said you were coming with Sean Coombs. It's learning how to juggle people and then moving people off lists. It's because there are several lists. It's not just names and numbers, it's security passes. And so if one person moves, yes, people remember things when things go wrong. When things go right, people don't remember them. So everything's got to go right, nothing can go wrong, and therefore every guest I am scared of. OK, no problem. All right, bye. My rescue remedy is in my handbag as we speak. Haven't had any today, but you never know, it's still early.
500 guests will be touching down in less than 2.5 hours. And that includes the real James Brown, whose gear is now being unloaded. The pressure is really starting to build as Lindy Redding gives her team a final pep talk.
Time is 5:30. I'm just going to run through what's happening for the evening. Can you all hear me with this little symbols going on? Tonight we've got lots and lots of guests who are very famous, celebrities. You'll recognise a lot of them. Tonight we're here to do one job and one job only. We're here to look after the guests. We're not here to become part of the party. In 15 years' time we've made lots of money. Maybe we could come to a party like this. But tonight we're here to work. We're going to open the gates at 7 o'clock. So we need to be ready by 6:30.
I think it's a lot more organised than the last time we did it. I think that the last time, we was literally doing table plans with like an hour to go. So it's been a lot more relaxed, a lot more organised. But, it's still big. I think there was maybe 400 people the last time we did it. So it's grown in that sense.
With so many VIPs coming, one thing the host can't afford to run out of is champagne.
Just setting up this bar for the whole reception. Well, that's our Moët. You can see it over there in a big pile. 90 bottles of Moët and Rosé, which is, I can't even work out in my head how many glasses, really. Probably about 1,000 glasses, no, probably 2,000 glasses, something like that. So I think they're going to drink quite a bit tonight.
To create the party of the year, everything has to run with military precision. All diners on a table should get their food delivered at the same time, so the waiters and waitresses practice exactly what they'll do on the night.
If you've got 10 guests on a table, you're sending out 5 staff, 2 plates each, so they all put it down together, walk away together, just to make it look a lot nicer.
Gordon Ramsay won't be in the kitchen himself tonight. He's under strict instructions to enjoy the party. But he has sent down his right-hand man, Mark Askew.
Other key areas, the tuna. Putting the tuna on the plate, full concentration, the paper has to come off both sides of the tuna.
And Mark's clearly picked up more than just culinary skills from Gordon.
We don't want plates coming back from the restaurant with cling film or greaseproof paper on them, so can we be double careful on that? You're all aware of it now. I don't want to see anything coming back from the restaurant.
There's just an hour to go before the guests arrive, and David and Victoria have popped down from the house to check the finishing touches. But they're not entirely happy.
I'm thinking maybe the walls look a bit bare.
Put more trees in here?
No, I just think it looks a bit bare.
Here's Peregrine.
Okay. Do you think it looks a bit bare? In this part?
Well,
Yeah.
different gel, coloured gel.
Maybe.
Victoria, all these are going to be lit in the trees.
Right.
Yeah, they'll all be lit, and all these lemons on the tables are candles as well.
It
Lindy,
just feels that we need somewhere
Lindy?
more for people to rest their drinks.
let's see,
Maybe
occasional tables.
chuck some lemons
Have you
about.
got any occasional tables?
And all these glasses going to be on here, or are they going
Yeah,
down?
they're going on. Stay on there.
I think it would be better if it was clear. Isn't that
Right here, let's speak to Lindy.
I don't like it on the sides. I'd rather have nothing around here and just candles. I'm sorry to be a pain, but I just think it would look so much cleaner and so much nicer.
Ronaldo's wife's girlfriend's name is Rika.
I just think we need to beef it up a bit, We love parties.
Yeah, we do.
We're very, very sociable, so we like to do that as much as possible.
What we're doing is putting her stamp on it now. So she's coming in and directing it, which was always, you know, how it was meant to be. This is Victoria tinkering things with things, which is exactly how it should be, because it's her party, and it should be how she likes it.
Make the shadow top tucked in. They're meant to be worn over the top, are they?
Well, we're just
Well,
trying a different...
I mean, how are they meant to be worn? We'll organise parties wherever we are, whoever we're with. You know, I think that's the best money you can spend is on parties for friends and family. So we have an open house all the time. People are welcome to come to our house. The door's open. I mean, not like don't get any ideas.
It's like
but,
Ramsay Street.
You know. What do you think, David? Would you want to wear one this evening?
Just get your menu and I just...
No, because it's, you know, it's very...
That's good.
You look really lovely. Thank you so much. Yeah? I think over the top's better. I think out looks a bit scruffy.
Very nice, very smart.
Definitely. Cool,
Done?
okay.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let's see you later.
It's been months in the planning. 300 people have been working around the clock, and every last detail is perfect. The tables are set, the champagne is chilled, and the staff are on standby. Even the sun's turned up just in time. At last, celebrities from every walk of life arrive here to party. The list includes some of the planet's most famous footballers. Celebrities from the world of fashion and music are making their entrances thick and fast.
Good evening.
They're followed by TV stars and even members of the royal family. They're all arriving for one of the greatest nights out of the year, but they're also here to do something great for charity too.
Well, the entertainment's fantastic. It's done really classily and it's for a good cause. It raises a lot of money.
It's always a fantastic event to, you know, send the boys off to wish them good luck.
And let's hope the charities get a lot of money.
The dress code is full length and fabulous, and the guests have certainly lived up to its name. It's strictly sharp suits and designer dresses all round.
My dress is from Vivienne Westwood. It is fabulous. Thank you. And it's long. I'm following the dress code.
It's Alice Templey, Prada Couture, so it's London from Paris for me.
I'm in Hardy Amy.
We've both been Hardy Amy's. We all are.
It's going very well. All the guests are coming in slickly, smoothly, and it stopped raining. Which is even better. That's so English, isn't it? It stopped raining. The sun's come out just in time for the aero display.
This party is all about putting on a show, and not just on the ground. The first piece of entertainment is a flyby from the Blades, an acrobatic flying team.
Blade 1 from 5, more height. 4, cool visual. Visual.
No matter how exciting the entertainment, though, there's one subject that's never far from anyone's mind.
We're as good as anyone else, and I don't think we should fear anyone else, we should let them fear us.
Very good, folks. The boys will do well.
Yeah, I think we've got a great squad, you know, and I think we've really got a good chance, and you know, hopefully we can do well.
Go boys, go boys.
Great chance, fantastic chance. I think we can win it.
Well, of course we're going to win.
It's always the footballers' wives that I'm interested in, you know.
The Italians going to do better.
England, Brazil. I hope Brazil.
I don't know anything about football.
Rejoin this box. Thank you. Line of circle. 2 and 3. Roll! I think we've got a great side. I'll be there.
Coming up, David makes a speech to remember.
Thank you and welcome to mine and Victoria's house. I also want to spank.
Gordon Ramsay isn't happy with one of the guests.
What's wrong with the chicken? What do you think this is? KFC?
And Graham Norton swings his hammer.
Sweet Jesus God in heaven, look at the next floor.
It's been billed as the party of the year, and now it's well and truly underway. Guests are arriving in a veritable A to Z of flash motors, plus one minicab, and even a chopper. But here's the moment that everyone's really been waiting for.
special. Sometimes one dress has to be made for one person. That dress was I designed for her.
Hosts in place, it's time for this World Cup party to kick off.
I've not been to one before, to be honest, so pretty much in the same seat as the people at home.
I know there's going to be a whole lot of fun and excitement.
Some great people here, and I'm sure it'll be a great night.
And Victoria isn't the only one looking fabulous.
Where's your dress from?
Dolce & Gabbana. Jean Jackson Couture in Amsden. They're amazing. The dress is Sharon Cunningham, who is an Irish designer.
Well, Stark. Nicely fitted, don't you think?
I've just got a regular suit on. And obviously she's wearing Julian McDonald's. I'm not quite sure where they come from because my wife buys all my stuff.
I'm wearing Jenny Beckham.
Oh, yes, I like her.
Yeah. Morgan Le Fay.
When you've got a guest list like this, the press interest is bound to be huge, so the security is extremely tight. With a reputed £250,000 at stake for a front-page splash, it's not surprising, though, that some photographers will go to any length to get a shot.
We've seen some paparazzi. They went all the way up there, up to the big open field. What were they wearing? There was a boy in a black jacket and another one in a stripy brown jumper. How long ago did you see them? About 5-10 minutes. Okay.
Just confirm, all this is private property. No one bar you is allowed in here.
No.
Okay.
I think this is as far as they've come because the nettles aren't pushed down any further where they've walked through. We're just trying to check with the landowners over there if they've actually been onto the property or not. And once we find that out, then we'll head on.
As well as the police dog team who'll be on site until the party's over, the Beckhams have also hired their own 80-strong security team.
Security in this field and the paparazzi is almost like having two football teams. You know, they both know each other's form, but on some occasion the paparazzi will win because they've been outplayed, outgunned and outnumbered. And in a lot of cases the security will win because they've got the best defence and they know exactly what to do.
With the paparazzi kept at bay, one last guest arrives, having flown in by private jet from New York.
Come a long way, so we definitely plan on having a good time.
Great dress, but who's the designer?
We're gonna find out who this dress is made by. You don't want to see who my dress is made by? Wait, I didn't say unzip the top.
We in Europe, they seen Nikki. We'll find out, we'll let you know.
I'll let you know. Giles, he's an up-and-coming English designer.
Gordon Ramsay's designed 8 special canapes for the party, but some of the guests are finding them a bit of a handful.
I think that's quite a difficult one because it's in little pouches that they have to carry around with them, and I think they find it quite hard to sort of do that with wine glasses and everything. But everyone's huddling together, so it's really hard to get through. Really exciting.
Move to your table.
But of course, tonight isn't all about food. There's also a huge auction.
We didn't know there was an auction, but you know, we definitely brought some money.
I'm going to buy that car.
The one thing I won't be needing to buy in the auction is a car.
I think I'll take the car.
No, the Harley.
How are you, Bert? Yeah, I'm good. How are you doing? It's an absolute pleasure. Really good. How's your evening going? Oh, well, you know, fake tan, suntan and all. I had a spray tan last week. Really? I did Jonathan Ross, right? Yeah. And I just had it. All right, everyone. Just had this spray tan before I went on, and I looked all right. Then it started developing as the evening went on. I looked radioactive by the time I went on to the interview. Are you fit?
Yeah, I'm good.
And when are you going to go and?
We were in London for a week now. Then we're in Manchester for a week, and then we leave.
How's young Wayne?
Yeah, he's good actually. He's looking really good.
Did Chris Evans? Does he hear?
No, he pulled out.
See, I tell you what, Dave. I'm knackered, and I'm here for you.
Exactly. Thank you for that.
That's
it
a pleasure.
Means a lot. You know that. You know.
Fancy pulling out on you.
Pulled out.
I'm here. I'm doing my bit for the country. The captain of the country.
While the guests enjoy the champagne and canapes, pressure in the kitchen is starting to mount. In the next 2 hours, Lindy and her team will have to deliver Michelin standard food to 500 VIP diners.
Lindy, to all managers, everyone be sat down by 9:05, okay? 9:05. Consommé really needs to go out at 9:20.
Lindy isn't the only one under pressure, though. Pre-dinner nerves have kicked in with David too.
You're going to do the speech, aren't you, rather than me?
Yeah, and I'm going to do it early so I can get it over and done with and enjoy the food and the wine. So I'm going to do it early doors.
I'd just like to start off by saying, of course, that thank you and welcome to mine and Victoria's house. And we're hopefully going to raise a lot of money. And I'd just like to wish my teammates and our team and our country the best of luck for this World Cup, because I think this... And we play like we can and believe like we can and have the support like we always do, then we can go all the way. I also want to spank. And last but definitely not least, my wife for hosting this amazing party tonight. She's done a lot of work and she always does. She's an amazing mother and an amazing wife, so thank you.
Speech virtually over, the staff in the kitchen are on standby.
All managers switch channels so you can talk to your people, okay? All managers switch channels.
It will be a great night. Enjoy the food, enjoy the wine, and definitely enjoy the performance. So good luck and have fun.
David can relax now. But for Lindy, it's all systems go.
Okay, let's go. Yeah, David and Victoria not sitting down, but we'll start now.
And the first person to taste the food is not one to mince his words.
Sort of humid outside, so the chilled consommé was a perfect starter. It's quite refreshing. It went down well with Ronaldo, so he just complained about how much rice and pasta he's got to eat for the next month. So he found that, delicious.
Gordon may be happy, but the night's falling behind schedule, which puts the kitchen and Lindy under even more pressure.
It's tight in there, It's tight.
It took a little longer than usual to get everybody seated, but what we're trying to do now is make sure that we catch up.
Well, as soon as this goes, we want to get ready for the next main for 11.
But it's not on.
How long can we go on the chicken?
One course down, just another 3 or 1,500 plates to go. And if delivering a delicious meal wasn't enough, Lindy gets requests for all sorts of extras too.
I can just tell you I've just given away 40 cigarettes. It's my lifeline.
Do you have any toothpicks at all?
Yes, we do have toothpicks. Go to the front gate and you'll see a big burly security man there. When you see him, say these are for the press. It's 2 bottles of champagne and some plastic glasses.
And there's one guest who bravely decides he's going to order off menu.
James Brown's just asked for turkey sandwiches. So I said, what's wrong with the chicken? Everyone else is having chicken, why can't you have chicken? Secondly, what do you think this is, KFC?
Now it's all hands on deck to get that chicken piping hot to over 500 people.
Right, guys, all managers, we need to really rush.
And with the main course cleared, there's just one more to go. David's favourite, the peanut parfait.
Okay, go.
After 18 hours of solid work on site, Lindy's work in the kitchen is finally done.
My lot, they're a groovy little team. Love them dearly. They're all young, they're all keen. They all want it to be perfect, and they've all done a fantastic job. I'm a perfectionist. I want it to all be absolutely perfect. I think from the guest point of view, they've all got their food on the table, but for a moment in the kitchen, that was a bit stressful. I think this one, I think from a guest point of view, working for Victoria and David and working with Gordon, I think it's our best to date.
So how did Gordon Ramsay's menu go down with the celebrity guests?
Gordon, hello, sir. I love that thing, the ice cream and the 2 Ritz crackers, great. Who knew onion went with ice cream? How you feeling? I will do.
Take it. Have you eaten?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Love the metatarsals were great. Love them. You okay?
Good.
Yeah. And how's this day going for you?
Do you know what? It was amazing because we had a little picnic earlier for all the kids for our charity.
Right.
And to see the kids and see where the money's going, it makes you realise, you know what, this is, yeah, it's glamorous, it's whatever, but look where the money's going, and that's what makes it worthwhile. It's cool.
Do you know what I mean? I mean, without it's the only way I can do things is go, well, actually, there is something at the end of it that, you know, it feels weird saying that. So you're going off training like tomorrow?
Tomorrow morning, 12 o'clock.
Are you? Listen, I'll let you get you back. Lovely to see you. Take it easy, Dave. Lovely to see you, bud. And congratulations on this, and good luck for the summer. Cheers, mate. All right, see you later. Pleasure. How are you? David Beckham. With Johnny Wilkes.
Full Length and Fabulous is all about raising money for charity, and now it's time for the A-list celebrities to start paying for their supper with a charity auction hosted by Graham Norton.
Graham Norton, he done a good job the last time we had the auction, and you know, we wanted him again. I think he's liked and loved by a lot of people around Europe, around the world.
He caned some people, didn't he?
Apparently he's caned us, really caned us the last year.
Oh, okay. I mean, he's good. He's really good at what he does.
There
He's
weren't
got
many
a
other
good...
people that we could have chosen that haven't caned us.
Everyone's caned us. Oh well.
I know, but he's good.
He's good at what he does.
He's very good. He's talented. He's very funny.
Campers Christmas. He's fabulous.
Shining puff off on television. Now, I'm sure you've had a wonderful day and evening so far, a beautiful dinner. Our plan is to raise a shed load of money. We're talking Simon Fuller figures here. A lot of money. That's what we're talking. The first lot of the evening. You may have noticed the beauteous supermodel Erin O'Connor is here this evening. She's draped in Asprey. They are one off, and they are now covered in Erin O'Connor's actual sweat. You can take it home and clone her. Okay, I'm starting that. Oh, I have 10 grand straight away. Anyone else 10 grand? 25 from Sharon Osbourne. She likes to join. She's lost lot burglaries. 100,000. 150. 150. Is that 150? 200. 200,000 pounds. I love this tent of cash. 200,000 pounds. Anyone else know that? You were at 180. It's pissing. Honestly, it's tiny. Go on. Yeah, 220. 230. So Fatty Manuki, 230,000 pounds. Sold, sir. Sold. Wow. Sweet Jesus God in heaven. Look at the next lot. Whoa. It is a Bentley Coupe. I'll start this, I don't know, 25,000. 100 grand. 100 grand, we're not messing. 100 grand. 130 I have. 130. Do you have 135? 135. Is Jeremy Clarkson bidding for this? Probably getting one for free. It's already his. Can we go to 200? 200 I've got. 230, I have 230. Do I hear 240? Yes, I do have 240. 250. Ozzy, do you fancy it? 250. Yes, I have £250,000. Going once. Do I have 260? Going twice. Sold for £250,000 to the man over there.
Coming up, Ozzy Osbourne turns celebrity chef.
Ozzy Osbourne will cook dinner for 10 people in your house. And sweet Jesus, it better include wine.
P. Diddy comes up with a surprise offer.
The night out with Diddy, and I promise you, your ass will wake up Wednesday.
And Wayne Rooney flashes some cash, big time.
2 people for 150.
The full-length and fabulous auction is in full flow. And next on the running order is something that money usually can't buy.
Right, 4 of you get to be VIP guests of David and Victoria Beckham. You will be in Madrid. You get to watch Real Madrid play from a luxury VIP box, and then you get whisked away for an intimate dinner. I've got 20,000. He love you, David and Victoria. 20? More than 20? 50. Who said 50? Man right there. Well done, you, sir. I'm loving you. Don't hide behind a tree. I'll come and find you. 60. 60,000 pounds. Christ, you're rich. 70 from you. 75. Any of us at 75? Going once. Going twice. Sold for 75,000 to the man behind the tree.
Next lot in the auction is dinner for 10, cooked in your home by Gordon Ramsay.
He will come to any venue within the M25. Possibly a picnic on the hard shoulder if you live further north. It's not the start at £10,000. It's £1,000 a head, that's nothing. £10,000 I have, £20,000. 20, that's more like it. 30,000. Do I have 40,000? 40,000. That's still only £4,000 a head. Have you been to Claridge's? £40,000. Sold for £40,000 to Simon Fuller.
But then a rather unlikely celebrity chef offers his services.
Are you not doing it? Oh, you are going to do it? Sharon says he is. You are doing it. Ozzy Osbourne will cook dinner for 10 people in your house. And sweet Jesus, it better include wine. £10,000 I have. £10,000 I have. £30,000. £40,000. £40,000. Any of us have £40,000? £50,000. He's obviously eaten at Ozzy's house before. It's a rare treat. Findus. £50,000. Any of us back there? £60,000. Sold at £60,000. Thank you, Ozzy. All right. I really do need to squeeze a bit more money out of you. So, is there anything else in the room? David, sir, you're a very generous man. You've been so generous all night. Do you have anything else that you could flog off? What are you going to flog? Earrings look good.
I have a watch that Victoria bought me. It's a Jacob.
That is serious.
It's worth £50,000.
Look at that, ladies and gentlemen.
Ashley Cole.
Ashley, what do you say, sir? 50. 50, you're going with the full 50. Well done. 60 at the back. £60,000 at the back.
65.
65,000. Well done, Ashley. Very good. Nearly a week's wages. 67,000. 68. We're going, okay, 68. 69. £70,000. 71. 72. 73. Yeah, 73,000.
75 finished.
75,000. Sold for £75,000 to Ashley Cole.
They may well have raised over £1 million for charity, but one guest didn't think it was quite enough. Step up, Sean P. Diddy Puffy Coombs.
Excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I'm in a giving mood as my man Ozzy is. What's up, Ozzy? And I would like to auction something off, okay? Being that I don't spend a lot of time here and I don't really know the crowd, if you win, you get your choice of one of the other. Choice A is a weekend at my house in the Hamptons, fully staffed on the water, East Hampton, New York. Number 2 is a studio session with me in New York or London. I'll produce a record for you or your kids. Or number 3 is a night out with Diddy, Saturday night in New York. And I promise you, your ass will wake up Wednesday laying beside me.
Okay, let's get the bin started with this. I'll start with £25,000. I have 25, I have 30. I have 40. I have 50. I have 60. I have 70. 80. You want 90? No, that's right, but you just pay. You pay.
So 3 nights for you, Sharon. 3 nights.
3 nights. full room and board.
Another thing is unlimited. If we become friends, you can stay for a long time. This is just a start. This is just a start to raise money for the kids. We didn't even talk about Miami. We may go from the Hamptons to Saturday, New York to Miami. You may show up a month late.
100,000?
That's 100 right there, my man,
I've
right there.
got 100 at the back. Mr. Wayne Rooney.
Me and you, Wayne. Me and you, baby. Yeah.
It's a showbiz marriage made in heaven.
Me and you, Wayne. Wayne, I'll give you all three if you up it. I'll give you all three.
2 people for 150.
2 people for 150.
Yeah, you can bring the whole football team.
£150,000. Congratulations, Wayne Rooney.
Yeah.
You're hanging the
So, money raising out of the way, it's time to turn to the music and the godfather of soul.
Mr. J. Brown. J. Brown, come on, get up. J. Brown, get up. J. Brown, come on, get up. J. Brown, get up. J. Brown, come on, get up. J. Brown, get up. J. Brown, come on, get up. J. Brown, get up, get up. J. Brown, come on, get up. J. Brown, get up, get up. J. Brown, come on, get up. J. Brown.
Joining James Brown on stage for one special track was Will Young. Some of the money raised in the auction was going to UNICEF, a charity close to David's heart.
When I was made the ambassador of UNICEF, I think that was one of the biggest honours that I've ever been given in my life, to be honest. You know, there's certain things that have happened in my career and in my life, and that's one of the things that has been a huge honour for me to have that.
What we've done today as parents, you know, that is what we're doing it for, and it means so much to us, and it's getting bigger and bigger, and the donations that we've had from friends, you know, and family has been incredible. It's exciting for us, isn't it?
Yeah, very.
From one star-studded bash to the next as 9 famous faces line up to prove their vocal talents. Simon, Sharon and Louis put them through their paces in the X Factor Battle of the Stars. It starts tomorrow at 9, and that's followed by our new series, World Cup Heaven and Hell, tomorrow at 11:15. Next tonight, it's the news.